Good day. Welcome to another Atari 8-bit gameplay video. I've got queued up here an arcade port of a game by Williams Electronics, Moon Patrol. Now, in the arcade, this was one that I played a lot, and I very much enjoyed it, actually. It's a lot of fun, and when it became available on MAME, oh gosh, in the late 90s probably, or early 2000s. My memories are hazy. Anyway, I played it a lot on MAME as well, and probably got farther than I ever did when I was pumping quarters into the machines on my occasional trip into the city. Excuse me. So, the title screen here is quite dull. I believe this is a port. This is a game that I don't think was ever actually released on the Atari 8-bit computers, so I certainly wouldn't have had a home version of it when I was a teenager. Now, this is a port from the Atari 5200, I believe. You can see that reflected, I think, in the description here or the information on this front screen, where it says star for one player, number sign or pound sign or hashtag for beginner, and 2 for continue. I think that reflects the controllers on the 5200. Now, I might have that wrong, actually, but in particular, the hashtag, I don't know that was, it was probably available on the Atari keyboard. I was going to say it wasn't, and that's probably not true. But anyway, so select and option are available, which doesn't give you lots of choice, and number 2 to continue. Now, I had a quick go of this before I started recording the video. Anyway, let's get going. Now, that music is horrendously bad. I think I need to turn down the volume on this. It's going to drive me crazy. Whoever decided that was a good version of the arcade music to play, unless the emulation is off, I guess that's also a possibility. Anyway, if someone made a conscious choice to say, hey, that's some good music to have in this game, they were sorely mistaken. Now, the parallax scrolling in this is interesting. That was not something you saw very often. It was very much a feature of the arcade, and it may even be the first example of that I remember from the arcade days. I don't know if it was the first example in reality. But, so the sprites here are gigantic and chunky, which doesn't help the gameplay in any way. And that's it, really. I shouldn't say that's it, but the gameplay it's alright. It plays reasonably smoothly, other than that. Can't get over that music track. It does bear some vague resemblance to the arcade, and the sound effects, the shooting sound effect, the jumping sound effect, those are actually quite true. Sorry, no bonus. Oh, I wasn't really trying to be quick there. Graphical change. So I think the gameplay is pretty self-explanatory. You shoot front and back. The front shot is for eliminating boulders and things that come at you. You have to jump over certain landscape things. You can jump over boulders. I'm not sure about the big ones, actually. I don't remember if that's possible. But there are little, in the arcade anyway, there's one. Little versions of the rocks that you can jump over. They're actually a little harder to shoot. You have to jump these craters, which come in 2 sizes as well, big and small. And if you don't quite clear it, your buggy crashes, and you are done. So, there's lots of combinations of jump and shoot, and then oh boy, that might be it. And then the aliens come along, and you also have to worry about avoiding them and shooting them. So there's some nice gameplay elements here. Was there 3 aliens there? I was wondering about that. In the arcade, certainly 3 was common. I'm not sure about 4, maybe even 4. These guys here that have sort of the pulsating. Yeah, I think maybe I hit one of their bombs. Seems to be only 2 aliens at once, which, again, there's not really, I can't imagine there's any reason for that other than, oh, you can jump the big boulders, apparently. Good news. You progress through these checkpoints. I think if you if you have your buggy crashed or blown up, you resume at the previous checkpoint start, I think. I might have that wrong, but I think so. Oh, and here we have, I don't know that those are shootable, I don't think so. You just have to jump those guys. They're basically landmines. It's quite a different visual look than the arcade, although it's not bad, actually. It's a different sort of representation of the mines, but it's not bad. So I assume we're going to have to start dodging aliens as we jump landmines here pretty quick. Up to jump, Steve's favorite thing in the world. But there were, oh hey, there's 4 aliens, look at that. Okay, never mind, I take back that criticism. 3 there, okay, good. Nice to see. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that there was any hardware limitation on now these guys, their bombs create craters. Aww, game over. Darn it. How are we doing here? Well, that was, I turned my volume, the game volume down for myself. I think it'll stay the same in the recording. Alright, well let's have maybe a go of that on, what are our options? Beginner and champion. Yeah, alright, so we'll check out the champion gameplay, and that'll probably be it. So basically you can, oh, you had to listen to the horrible music for a second before you got to play. Nice. Nice of them to subject you to that. Turn off the music option would have been very welcome here. Now if you want to get a time bonus, you basically have to speed through the levels. You can go faster and you can go slower, and a big part of that is to help you avoid those bombs, which I failed at just there. Come on then, let's go. Alright. Checkpoint B. I don't know of any other arcade games with such a deliberate checkpoint system. So that's kind of it. Oh, that was weird. Nothing happened in between checkpoint B and C. 1 crater. That seems odd. I don't know how this is champion mode. Did I mess that up? This seems easier than. Or at least not much is happening. Are champions less competent than beginners? Or did I get that backwards somehow? Do I get a bonus? 79, alright. Look at me go. Good bonus points. 1,000 plus 100 per second, I guess. I'm very curious about the difficulty setting on this game. This seems very much like beginner mode, and maybe I was playing champion in the first place. I wonder if that's a bug or if I got it wrong somehow. I wouldn't put it past me to get it wrong. Yeah, it was, well, I mean, I'm dying more, but that's not because the game's any harder. There's three baddies. Maybe there were 3 in the other mode as well. like the cityscape in the background, although it's quite repetitive. That's not surprising, really. Ooh, should have jumped there. Game over? No. How many buggies do you have? I don't know how you tell. Checkpoint J. Maybe those black rectangles up in the top are indicative somehow. Seems to me one of those was red earlier. Wasn't paying close attention. Alright, even more bonus points. This is definitely not harder, though, than the other modes, so... Oh! Jump, not shoot. Hey, I almost shot a landmine. I think maybe if I try harder to shoot one, I could succeed. Or not. They're not meant to be shootable. Alright, well, there you go. That's the port of Moon Patrol. Not great. It's playable. It's playable, and if I had this as a home version in whatever year this was, Williams Electronics 1982, if I had it back then, I probably would have enjoyed it, but not the greatest port in the world, and certainly not the most, not the best possible port. There's some really great ports to the 8-bit computers, and so you see what could be done with the systems. Alright, anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching. Take care of yourselves.